Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex. What is everybody talking about when they say that there's guaranteed to be a WANDAVISION update coming soon, and we're totally sure that there's definitely going to be a WANDAVISION update? Well, that's what I want to talk about today, because if you haven't already seen the update live stream that Cage and Kim did yesterday, you should absolutely go and watch that, not only to get a heads up on all the new uniforms and the new character and all the new content, but also because what I'm about to say and what I'm about to show you guys is all from that live stream. So basically, it was a really long live stream. Huge kudos to the MFF team, the team in LA, Cage, Kim. They did a fantastic job putting on this extraordinary event for us. It was almost an hour or it was actually more than an hour that they were streaming for this update. So it was jam-packed full of stuff. And one of the things that was recurring on the live stream event were, in my opinion, and a lot of other players' opinions, of course, it's all speculation, but heavy allusions and callbacks and visual cues that reference WandaVision. Obviously, there's going to be spoilers for the show WandaVision if you haven't seen it, so heads up on that. But let's dive into them now with side-by-side comparisons. Also, I know for sure at least one other YouTuber, Beast Mode Gaming, made a really good video with essentially the same breakdown. So go ahead and watch his video as well, because he provides a lot of good insight into the sort of sneak peeks that they layered in on the live stream. It's kind of cool. It's like a live sneak peek that you're sort of trying to tickle your way through. It's a weird word. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. So first things first, Kim, at the very beginning, there's a bunch of clips of Cage and Kim talking throughout the year, or maybe even years, of different live streams. So they basically cut together a bunch of live streams to pay homage, and also to, not homage, but like to sort of, this is how far we've come kind of thing. And it's really nice little poignant moment with a lot of, what is it called, sentiment. But you can see right at the beginning, they say previously on ... And it makes sense, right? Previously on Marvel Future Fight, but it just so happens that it's a coincidence that in WandaVision, they say
Previously on WandaVision.
She says previously on WandaVision over and over and over again. At the very beginning of every episode, there's like 8 episodes, so she says it 8 times. Previously on WandaVision, previously on WandaVision, previously on WandaVision. Now, that's a common TV trope from back in the day. It's not really used as much anymore, but you also have previously on X-Men, right? From the animated series. So, it's one for one on the coincidences. Okay, so what else happens in the live stream that's sort of coincidental to WandaVision? Well, again, during these sort of callbacks to previous updates, so like this was the Black Widow anniversary update from last year, you see all of these cuts where they're using this red, I love KGB Cage. So you see these transitions that they're using with this sort of red static effect, right? You see this red static effect happening in between the panels as it cuts through this right here. Now, again, this could just be a coincidence. Maybe they wanted to go with the red theme. But if you take a look at what happens in WandaVision, and I couldn't get the best video for it, but you have these transitions with essentially the same sort of blurry, staticky, noise-filled red effect. Okay, so we're 2 for 2 on the coincidences. What else happens in the live, or what else happened in the live stream that created this effect? Well, this one here, it's not a video, it's actually just an image. This still, and this is throughout the live stream, you can see that there's a background effect going on, and the background effect is actually live. It's moving around, okay? And if you've ever owned an old TV, it will seem kind of familiar to you. And then you also want to draw attention to not their names, but specifically on Kim's name, they found a font that has a glowing eye. Like the little dot on the eye is glowing. Well, what does that remind you of? So in literally the WandaVision logo, there's an eye. Well, there has to be an eye, but not this eye, and it's sort of staticky, and it represents, Vision, it represents the Mind Stone in his forehead, etc., right? But then you also have that, again, that sort of TV effect. I don't know what it's called, but it's like an old TV effect. And we see it multiple times when they're interacting with the Westview anomaly and the wall that Wanda puts up. But it looks like a TV signal gone awry. It looks like a bad TV signal mixed in with this red hue, which we know is Wanda's Chaos Hex magic, which is exactly what they did here. Again, interesting. We're 3 for 3 on these very interesting coincidences. And this is just another example of the red static effect with Vision getting sort of dusted in a way. But the biggest clue, or the biggest tell in the live stream, was what Cage and Kim said at the very end. So we're gonna listen in for about a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna show you how this relates step by step to a bunch of different things in WandaVision that basically at this point this sealed the deal for me. I was like, there's no way they would do this much work for no payoff, and I'll explain why that's the case a little bit later. Okay, so listen carefully to what Kim says, and then to what Cage says.
And of course, there's always more to come. As the sneak peek team has taught us, there is always something available for the eagle-eyed Marvel Future Fight fan.
So she says there's always something available for the eagle-eyed Marvel Future Fight fan. And I think the implication as well is that the live stream effects are also being done by the sneak peek team. So if the sneak peek team wanted to sneak some peeks into the mid-month update or into the next update into the live stream, because they take care of all these overlays and the text and stuff like that, they could very easily do that. But she makes it very clear with what she says next.
You just never know what might pop up. So please stand by, please.
Please stand by. Now, Kim is, she can say whatever she wants. She's smart. She has a large vocabulary, but come on, guys. Please stand by. Where have we seen that before? The end of every single WandaVision episode ends with please stand by before it zooms in on Vision's eyes or Scarlet Witch's eyes, Wanda's eyes, and then it starts the credit scene with all those RGB little shapes. So what else happens? Let's take a look.
Stay tuned to all that we have coming in the future.
And then Kim does this exaggerated wink, and again, it could just be for showmanship, or showwomanship, or it could just be for jokes, for laughs. But of course, we know from WandaVision, when Agatha is talking to Vision, she does this very coy wink, and we of course find out later that she was mind controlling Herb, I think, and yeah. So, I mean, she does an amazing job acting. Catherine Hahn, I think. But yeah, that wink is pretty spot on for what Kim was going for. It's, it's dead on. So, but there's actually more. There is actually, believe it or not, there's actually more.
Also, I gotta say, I feel a little bit cheated, or a little bit offended, because not once I wore this special uniform for...
Okay, so first things off, Cage goes into this little bit here, and he says he wore the special uniform. Okay, sure. People talk like that, I guess.
The anniversary uniform. I can call it. I was gonna say alphabet. I said, hey, MFF. Why not go ahead and just use the terminology? I got all dressed up. Not once did I get a single comment, not a single compliment from you.
Cage, I'm very sorry that I didn't give you the attention you deserve. You are a Vision in red.
You are a Vision in red, she says. And now, it doesn't take a genius to figure out. Vision is literally red. Now, you are a Vision in red is a common phrase because roses are red and roses are pretty. So you're like, this woman she's a Vision in yellow or a Vision in red. Not that it has to be red unless she's wearing red. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that's a very old-timey statement, old-timey compliment. I don't, given the mountain of evidence, I don't think that was Kim's first thought. She probably would have just said, hey, Cage, you look nice, you look good, you look classy. She might have even referenced classy Cage, right? So I don't think that the first or second thing on her mind as a compliment was you look like a Vision in red, unless they were teasing a WandaVision update. So yeah. Last thing I want to cover for the live stream portion is, let me just bring back the music here, is one thing that is not a clue for WandaVision. Although it may seem like a clue for WandaVision, it's not. So this is actually the live stream from the Defenders update. Keep in mind, we did not have a live stream for the Loki update. I think we had one for the Dawn of X update. But anyways, for the Dawn of X update and the Defenders update, Kim, in wherever she's filming, has these hexagonal panels. And they appear in the live stream as well. A lot of people thought the hexagonal panels were WandaVision, and if you actually go back in the chat and you read, they're screaming... it needs to show up here. Anyways, they're screaming WandaVision because they thought the panels meant WandaVision, but that's just the decor that Kim decided to go with. So that is not a clue, but literally everything else we discuss in this video is a clue. And it would make a lot of sense because everybody wants WandaVision. It's a Marvel product. It's a TV show. It's obviously the first one that we've gotten. That's why there was a lot of, hesitation and speculation as to whether or not we were going to get an update based around it. But we've gotten an update based around essentially every single Marvel movie and some Sony movies that are licensing Marvel characters like Spider-Man Far From Home and etc. So it was just a matter of time before we got this. I'm betting, essentially. I'm very confident that all of these clues essentially mean we are guaranteed to get a WandaVision update. And I'm going to go a step further than that. I'm going to say that I think it's going to be the mid-month update. Now, the mid-month update is generally very, very small, but they also generally tease a few things for the mid-month update that have not been teased. So, for example, in the Dawn of X update, they showed us X-23's uniform, and they showed us Rogue's uniform, but we couldn't access them for 2 weeks. They didn't show us anything in this update. There is nothing that's unavailable right now or will be unavailable, right? Everything is going to be live that they showed us in the live stream, which means that right now there is nothing confirmed for the mid-month update. Now, a lot of people think it could be Doctor Doom Tier 3 for the mid-month update because he has a huge connection to the Fantastic Four, and the Fantastic Four are basically getting huge revamps, and I acknowledge that, and that's true, and the Illuminati has a lot of run-ins with Doctor Doom as well, but the evidence for WandaVision, in my opinion, is overwhelming. On top of the fact that it doesn't really make sense for them to tease WandaVision if it's going to be the May update. Because if it's going to be the May update, it's going to land in like the last week of May or the first week of June. Sometimes it actually takes a little bit longer. It takes about 5 weeks for an update to land after the next one has finished or started. So why would they be teasing something that's still 4 to 5 weeks away? It completely overshadows whatever the mid-month would be. Let's say the mid-month was Doctor Doom. But now everybody's looking towards WandaVision. So it really doesn't make sense to me as the next full update. It really does make sense to me as a mid-month update. Now, I said earlier in the video that I don't think that this is all just coincidence, that they just got together and decided they were going to sort of troll us with all of these fake WandaVision clues. The reason for that is, I went to the live stream once years back for the Endgame celebration with RJ, the Reddit mod, and some other people, and I saw a little bit of the behind the scenes on the process for these live streams. Now, they work really hard. At the time, it was Alfonso and a few other people. Now it's Cage and Kim. They work really, really hard to get this show to go. And you think about it, no other Marvel game does live streams, right? Not Contest of Champions, not Puzzle Quest, not Marvel's Avengers, right? They don't do host-driven live streams. So we're really lucky in the Marvel Future Fight case to have these host-driven live streams. These guys work really, really hard. On top of having to work hard because they're representing Marvel and it's a live stream, they have to be very careful with what they say. They're not allowed to go off script the way I'm allowed to go off script in my videos, in my streams. I'm not beholden to Marvel the way that they are because they're employees and because Netmarble has a contract with Marvel, right? And the contract, they can't start bad-mouthing the thing or they can't start making promises that don't exist because that could lead to bad publicity, right? So there's no way that Cage and Kim would risk all of that trouble and all of that fuss just to troll us and coordinate with the team to troll all the players and to trick us. So the chances of it not being a WandaVision update to me are like 1,000,000 to 1. It makes absolutely no sense why they would go to all this trouble, pack in all of these references and then it lead to nothing. Again, I definitely could be wrong. It's obviously speculation because I don't have any proof. But actually, I don't know if stuff was data mined recently on Reddit. But anyways, it doesn't matter. This is what's important. This is what's cool. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video not only to show you guys, but also to talk about how hype I am for the possibility of a WandaVision update because that would theoretically mean a new uniform for Wanda, right? That amazing look she has at the end when she's fighting Agatha. That look is so cool. And then possibly something for Vision, possibly an upgrade for Vision like a Transcendence or a Tier 3. So maybe even Agatha as a new character, maybe Spectrum as a new character, right? Monica Rambeau. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that can come out of a WandaVision update. Heck, I made a WandaVision speculation video, update video, like a month or two ago, right? So you know how hype I am. And I also wanted the opportunity to really give a round of applause to Cage and Kim for their just fantastic work, because it takes the team and them as well, being the face of the team in the live streams, to pull something like this off. So I think we're really lucky. I think this update is amazing, and I can't wait to see what's in store for Marvel Future Fight and what the mid-month update has to bring. So hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tonight on Twitch for the live stream extravaganza. Take care.